Imagine you are standing alone in a crowded room. Everyone around you is shouting, pulling your attention in every direction. But inside, you feel a strange emptiness, a heaviness that comes from caring too much about what others think. How often do we lose ourselves trying to please everyone? How often do we carry worries that are not ours to bear? How long will we let these feelings control our peace? Every day, we wake up trapped in a cycle of needless concern. We fret over failures, criticism, and outcomes beyond our control. Like a ship lost in a storm, we drift with the waves of other people's opinions and our own restless thoughts. But what if the storm could calm? What if the burden of caring less could set us free? This is not about giving up or becoming cold. It is about reclaiming the power to live with strength and calm. Welcome to Book Boost, where we dive deep into the wisdom that frees us from chains we don't see. Here, you will find the tools to take back control of your mind and emotions. If you want to build an inner fortress of peace and unshakable will, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because your journey to strength starts with one step. Please drop down your one thought on believe in yourself in comments. Your voice matters here. The truth is simple yet hard to accept. Most of what we care about is not worth the energy. Ancient thinkers taught us that the key to lasting peace lies in knowing what is truly ours to control. We cannot govern the actions of others or the shifting tides of fortune, but we can master our own minds. To care less about what we cannot change is not weakness. It is the beginning of true strength. Imagine carrying only what belongs to you, your own thoughts, choices, and actions. The weight becomes lighter. The chaos inside calms. When we stop fighting what we cannot change, we make room to grow in ways that matter. This is the power of self-control, the foundation of a life lived with purpose and resilience. Today, we begin that journey together. The fire within, transforming pain into power. We all face moments when life feels unbearable. Pain, loss, failure, they strike us deep, shaking the foundations of our soul. In those moments, it is easy to feel powerless, to sink beneath waves of despair. But what if I told you that within this fire, this very pain, lies a hidden power? A power that can make us stronger, wiser, and unbreakable. This is not some empty promise or a vague idea. It is the truth embraced by those who have walked the path of inner strength for centuries. Imagine a blacksmith forging a sword. The metal must first be heated until it glows red hot, then hammered and folded again and again. Only through fire and pressure does it become sharp and resilient. We, too, are shaped by our struggles, not destroyed by them. When suffering comes, it is a test. It is an opportunity to build something greater inside ourselves. We must choose not to be victims of pain, but warriors forging courage and endurance. Many lose themselves because they see pain as an enemy to avoid at all costs. But the greatest truth is that pain teaches us more about who we are than any comfort ever could. It exposes our weaknesses so we may strengthen them. It strips away illusions so we may see reality clearly. When we stop fearing pain, we stop fearing life itself. We understand that hardship is a natural part of existence, a challenge to meet with steady heart and calm mind. The key lies in what we do with the emotions pain brings. Anger, fear, sadness, these are natural responses. Yet, when we let them control us, they become destructive. They cloud our judgment, fuel regrets, and chain us to suffering. But when we choose to observe these feelings without surrendering, we take back our power. We become the masters of our inner world, not its slaves. Ancient thinkers taught us that our thoughts shape our reality. Marcus Aurelius, a great philosopher and ruler, reminded himself that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the heart of transformation. It is not about changing the world immediately, but about changing how we meet the world. Our outer circumstances may be harsh, but the fire inside us can burn brighter than any storm. This transformation requires discipline and patience. It asks us to stand firm when everything inside screams to run or give up. It asks us to breathe deeply, to slow down the chaos in our heads, and to ask, what can I control here? What is this pain trying to teach me? Instead of reacting with fury or despair, we respond with calm and clarity. In doing so, We turn a moment of weakness into a moment of growth. When we embrace this inner fire, we begin to see life differently. Challenges become lessons. Failures become stepping stones. Each difficulty is no longer a curse, but a chance to build character. We stop fearing what might go wrong, because we know our strength lies not in avoiding pain, but in meeting it with courage. This is not an easy path. It demands honesty with ourselves and a willingness to grow beyond old fears and habits. But the rewards are immense. A mind trained in this way is steady like a mountain. It does not crumble under pressure or sway with every gust of emotion. Such a mind sees the world as it is, sometimes harsh, sometimes beautiful, but never overwhelming. It acts with purpose and calm, not haste or panic. It carries a quiet confidence that no external event can shake. In this fire, we discover the real meaning of power. Not the power to control others, or to bend the world to our will, but the power to control ourselves. To master our emotions, to choose our thoughts, to shape our actions. This power is freedom. Freedom from the chaos of uncontrolled feelings. Freedom from being tossed about by every opinion or event. Freedom to live with dignity and strength, no matter what life brings. We are not born with this power. It is earned through struggle, practice, and choice. Each day offers a new chance to feed the fire within, to turn pain into power. We may fall. We may falter. But each time we rise, stronger and wiser than before, we build the fortress of our soul. And inside that fortress, no storm can break us. Remember, the fire that burns within is not a curse. It is a forge. It is where we become the people we are meant to be. It is where we stop caring about what drags us down and start caring only about what builds us up. Here, in this place of inner strength, we find freedom. Not freedom from life's trials, but freedom in the way we face them. This is the true transformation, the power to meet pain and turn it into lasting strength. Silence the storm, mastering detachment with purpose. There is a storm that lives in all of us. It roars with thoughts of fear, pride, doubt, shame, and the constant desire for approval. It twists and turns our emotions like leaves in the wind. And the more we try to please others or force things to go our way, the louder the storm becomes. But what if we told you, this storm is not out there in the world? It lives inside, and that means it can be silenced. When we truly begin to understand how the mind works, we see a powerful truth. Most pain doesn't come from what actually happens. It comes from how we respond to what happens. Words hurt only when we believe them. Failure stings only when we expect perfection. Rejection only cuts when we give others power over our worth. These are not facts. They are interpretations, and we can change them. To detach does not mean to stop feeling. It does not mean becoming cold or careless. Detachment is not a wall. It is a shield. It is the decision to protect your peace, your energy, and your mind. A Stoic philosopher once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." When we play out every worst-case scenario in our minds, we are inviting the storm in. But when we learn to step back and see things clearly, the chaos weakens. Clarity replaces panic. Stillness replaces noise. We often think control means making everything go the way we want. But real control means being able to remain calm when nothing goes the way we planned. You cannot stop people from judging you. You cannot stop life from being unfair at times. You cannot stop time from moving forward. But you can stop yourself from reacting in ways that drain you, weaken you, and take your power away. The more we let go of the things we cannot control, the more energy we gain to focus on what we can, our discipline, our thoughts, our choices, and our character. That is where our strength lives. When someone insults you, you don't have to defend your worth, because your worth does not depend on their words. When you fail, you don't have to collapse, because growth often hides behind the hard moments. When things fall apart, you don't have to fall with them, because you are not what happens to you. You are how you rise. Detachment is not giving up, it is rising above. It's the art of observing life without letting it destroy your peace. The Stoics were not emotionless men sitting on stone benches. They were warriors of the mind. They felt deeply, but they were not slaves to their emotions. They knew that freedom came not from avoiding pain, but from not being ruled by it. That is the kind of strength we must build. Not loud, not dramatic, but quiet, steady, unshakable. To stop caring about what does not matter is a gift you give yourself. It clears space in your life to focus on your growth, your values, and your goals. You stop wasting time explaining yourself to people who will never understand you. You stop chasing approval that always slips away. You stop clinging to outcomes that were never yours to control. And in that space, you find something rare: peace. Think of a tree in a storm. The wind howls, the rain falls, the branches bend, but the roots stay strong. That's what detachment does for the soul. It gives you roots. When you are grounded in who you are, the noise of the world cannot break you. You hear the insults, but they don't shake you. You face the setbacks, but they don't defeat you. You feel the fear, but it doesn't stop you. You are not moved by every wave, because you have learned how to stand still in the middle of it all. We must train our minds to respond, not react. That is the core of Stoic thought. When something upsets you, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go. If it is, take action with calm. You do not need to match anyone's anger. You do not need to carry every burden. You do not need to attend every battle you're invited to. Choose peace over reaction. Choose focus over chaos. The world tells us that to care is to be alive. But the truth is, caring wisely is what makes us truly powerful. When we learn to stop caring about the noise, the pressure, the expectations, we begin to live with real purpose. We don't waste our strength trying to win every opinion. We direct our strength toward building our own lives. We don't let guilt or fear make decisions for us. We let wisdom lead the way. Detachment is not a sudden change. It's a practice. Every day, we get the chance to take one step away from what breaks us and one step closer to what builds us. We stop feeding every emotion that knocks on the door. We stop chasing everything that sparkles. We stop explaining our silence to those who only understand noise. We begin to move with clarity, to speak with intention, to think before reacting. And in this practice, we find freedom. No one can take your peace without your permission. No one can disturb your mind unless you open the door. This is your power. And when you understand this deeply, not just as words, but as a way of being, the world becomes much quieter. The storm fades. The wind softens. And in that silence, you hear something powerful: your own voice, your own values, your own direction. You are not here to please everyone. You are not here to prove yourself to people who never see your effort. You are not here to win a game with rules that keep changing. You are here to grow, to learn, to build something strong inside you. You are here to live with reason, not reaction. With peace, not panic. With purpose, not pressure. The storm will always exist, outside and within. But the question is, will you be the leaf that gets tossed around, or the tree that stands through it all? Choose the tree. Choose the root. Choose the silence over the noise. That is where true freedom begins.